So I am currently building a software application, and I'm about a month, maybe 2 months into this process. And I really never just sat down and kind of asked myself, why exactly am I doing this? Is this a good idea? Is 2024 the best time to be building a SaaS application? So, I kind of had that conversation with myself, and then I wanted to make a video about it. So we're going to talk about some of the opportunities that I'm seeing in the SaaS landscape here in 2024, why I think this is actually a good idea, why I think this is a good use of my time. I'll also talk about some of the risks and maybe why this isn't the best idea for everybody. And then finally, you'll talk about some more personal reasons why I think this is a good idea for me personally in 2024. And if you're a fellow software engineer, maybe some of these ideas will resonate with you too. So stick around to the end of the video. We're going to talk about all those opportunities, risks, and those personal reasons. So let's get right into it. I just want to say that I think software engineering is a very different profession than a lot of other professions. I've been a software engineer for 4 years now, and it's kind of just always been in the back of my mind, like, hey, at the end of your 9 to 5, if you want to, you're able to go create something. Not only create something, but create something that can potentially make a lot of money, something that can replace your full-time income, which is an insane concept. And I think it's unique in the sense that a lot of other professions don't necessarily have that luxury. And I say luxury, but I don't know. Sometimes it's a curse too, because like 24/7, my mind is running. It's just like, should I be building something right now? Should I be... Or can I just relax? But my brain just keeps going, so we're building something. And so I'm going to treat it as a luxury, and I'm also going to treat it as an opportunity. And so this is going to segue straight into the opportunities that I see for building a SaaS in 2024. So one thing that I think is pretty unique where we are right now is there's access to every type of material that you could ever ask for. So if this is... you don't know exactly how to build a SaaS of your own. There's all these different pieces that go into it. Maybe in your day-to-day, you're a back-end developer and you're not very good at front-end, but you can go find that out and you can go learn all these technologies, and all that information is always readily available to you, which I think is a very unique opportunity right now. I don't think this is just for learning technologies too, though. I think right now we have a plethora of opportunities when it comes to learning how to market our SaaS. Reading case studies of other people who are creating similar types of products, going out and doing product research. You can just say, look at some of these product marketplaces and see what kinds of products are doing well, how are they acquiring their customers, and all this information is kind of readily available. It's kind of just up to you to dissect it and apply it to your own products, which I think is really just a powerful thing and something that I've been trying to do with my own products. Diving more into the marketing side of things, another opportunity for 2024 is there is 1,000,001 different ways to reach your customer, which I think is really cool, especially if you're building a B2C application, so business to consumer. And that is currently what I'm building right now. I'm building a B2C product, and I think there's just going to be a ton of different ways for me to reach my target audience. I'm going to have to do a lot of split testing to figure out where exactly am I trying to find these customers and what message am I giving them to drive them to my products to make them eventually buy. But I think, if we're talking about social media, you got 3 to 5 different platforms between TikTok, Instagram, YouTube that you're able to reach your customers on. But we still have, those traditional methods like cold emailing, prospecting in other different ways, maybe in Facebook groups or LinkedIn. And I'm really excited to kind of just dig into all of these different marketing avenues and use each and every one of them to my advantage. The last opportunity that I think is pretty unique to where we are right now in 2024 is AI. Obviously, it's everywhere. And this is not a no-code channel. This is very code channel. We're going to be talking about everything, all the nitty-gritty technology things. If you're doing no code, that's totally cool. I have nothing against that, but that's just not really what I'm into. I'm a software engineer, so I'm building everything. But there are way more interesting to me applications of AI when I'm building software products that don't involve writing the code for me. Some of those things are the creative aspect of things. So if I need a landing page, which I do for my software product, there's going to be creative elements that are on that page. There's going to be images, GIFs, logos, all these kind of things that maybe I would have to outsource if I didn't have AI to do it for me, or maybe I'd have to take the time to learn how to do that myself, which I'm not super interested in. So I would much rather hop into a tool like Midjourney, have it spit out a couple different images for me, and place those where I need to. It's going to save me a ton of time, ton of money, and this is really powerful stuff for solo founders in particular. So I hope you agree that there's tons of opportunities right now in 2024. I think the landscape is also growing pretty steadily. In the B2B space, definitely it's booming. There's all a million and one different types of ways to solve problems for business owners. And currently I'm in the B2C space, but I'm very interested in going to the B2B space as well. So honestly, I don't have a ton of risks for why you shouldn't get into a SaaS business in 2024. And a lot of these things are deeply personal. I think a risk for me might not be a risk for you, and vice versa. So, really got to take a hard look at yourself before you start getting into this business, because it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy, mental energy, just figuring everything out, and then the mental energy to actually see it through to the end, maintain your customer base and all that kind of stuff. So that's really what it comes down to as a risk for me, is time and money. So I've already sunk a good amount of time into this, mostly developing and doing some product research and market research to find where my customers are. And, that's time well spent to me. I'm a software engineer in my day-to-day. Coding outside of work definitely helps me in my career. I use similar technologies that I do in my day job. So I don't think anything that I'm doing is necessarily hurting my career, which is really awesome. And I haven't actually put any actual money into it yet. But those costs will start adding up, pretty soon when we talk about hosting everything, when we talk about having any kind of marketing budget. I do plan to run some paid advertising and various other forms of advertising that will require capital. So really, those are the biggest risks to me. It's time and money. I'm going to spend a lot of time doing this, and I will be spending some money trying to get this thing off the ground as well. And, I'm very comfortable taking those risks. So like I said, these things are deeply personal, and I'm very comfortable making those risks for what I think is something that is very worthwhile to me. There's also ways for me to mitigate this risk even further. So like I said, this is the first SaaS application that I've ever built. So for me, mitigating the risk is pretty much saying that I'm pretty sure that this isn't going to be a raving success. It's a pretty broad appeal product that I don't think I can charge a ton of money for. But, I think for me, I have some very realistic goals for it. And if it's not a raving success, that's totally okay, because I plan to build multiple SaaS products and find something and keep on going until I find something that is sustainable and I think can be a really good business. So something that'll help me mitigate risks even more, though, is this is a product that I'm building for my girlfriend and I. So it's actually like something that we'll be using all the time anyways. And even if nobody else uses it in the entire world and I make no sales, like at least we'll have something that we're able to use. And then I'm able to use this whole SaaS experience as a jumping point for my next venture. Now, just on a more personal note, I think I wanted to end this video talking about why SaaS makes sense for me in 2024. And some of these things might resonate with you if you're also a software engineer. So if you want to go along on this journey with me, definitely subscribe, like the video. I'm going to be talking about all aspects of building a SaaS and want to just be really transparent about all the things that go into it. So yeah, I had to plug that in there. But going back to some of these things for me personally is earlier in 2024, in February, actually, I was laid off from my software engineering job. And I think that definitely woke me up a little bit. I kind of opened my eyes to say like, hey, yeah, you might have a good job at the moment, but that is not guaranteed forever. So if you have the opportunity to make something for yourself so you don't have to rely on that, I think that's a really powerful thing. And kind of what I was saying in the beginning of the video, it's something that feels very unique to software engineering in general. So I want to take advantage of that as much as possible. The other aspect of this is I'm trying to build what some folks call a lifestyle SaaS. So I don't want to build like the next $1 million unicorn. That doesn't really have any interest to me at all. It honestly just sounds really stressful and way more than I would ever be able to commit to. I like to do the things that I want to do. I want to spend more time with my girlfriend, my friends. I want to spend time pursuing my other creative interests, making music, doing all of the other things that make me happy. So just, on a more personal note, that is really what's motivating me to do this in 2024. So if you're thinking about building the SaaS, I say just go for it. I mean, definitely think about the risks and how they pertain to you. For me, they're very minimal. So it is very telling to me that, this is 100% a go. We should be doing this. And I have no reservations for it. So come along with me on this journey. I'm really excited to show you everything that I've been working on. But thanks a bunch for watching the video. Really appreciate you staying all the way through. And I hope you have a great rest of the day. I'll see you soon.